What is happening, guys? Welcome back to a new tactic testing video. I am Sia, and today we have the 4132 Yelechan by, I'm gonna have to read this because it's a very long name, 1577362 So if you need any sort of dodgy dealings, ring that number. I assure you he'll be able to accommodate. But let's jump in, look at the tactic before we see how it gets on. I don't recall doing a 4132, so this is the first, so hopefully it goes well. We will see. Let's have a look. So here is the tactic. And in goal, we have a sweeper keeper on support. Left back and right back are both wing backs on support. We have two central defenders. In front of them sits a defensive midfielder on defend. We have two Carriellos either side of a centre midfield on attack. And we have two advanced forwards up front. Very simple, no further instructions there. Attacking mentality. In possession, we are passing into space, playing out with defence, low crosses, dribbling less, working the ball into the box, being more expressive, focusing the play through the middle of the park, underlapping left and right with a slightly higher tempo and playing wide. In transition, we are taking shorter kicks, we are regrouping, countering, and then distributing the centre backs with short kicks. Out of possession, a high defensive line, a high press, pressing more often, preventing the short goalkeeper distribution and getting stuck in. It is that simple. That simple, guys. Let's see how we got on with Leeds. Can we break into the top half of this table? Here we are with Leeds, and as you can see, we're in 8th place. We just miss out, actually, by 2 goals, which is ridiculous. We got 2 goals by Europe, which is good for this. If you get in Europe on these tests, it tends to mean you're doing something right. But first of all, let's go to competitions. 3rd round of the FA Cup and 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. There's no, we mustn't have scored. We didn't score in the FA Cup, which is a shame, isn't it? But first of all, let's go to the Carabao and see that there's a lot of reds. There's a lot of reds there, isn't there? That's worrying. There's a lot of reds. But in the first round of the Carabao Cup is the 2nd round for Leeds and a 3-0 win against Wolves, followed by a 1-0 loss to Norwich. At home as well. Oh my days. In the FA Cup, how do we get on? A 3-0 loss at home. Weghorst getting 2. That cannot be accurate. Let's see. We must have had some good results here. We started off so brightly. Draws with City, winning against Arsenal, beating Chelsea, and then it stops. A 4-1 loss to Brentford, followed by a 6-1 against Liverpool, 2-1 Palace, and 4-2 Arsenal. You know, we started getting a little bit of form here. Beating Liverpool again. So we've beaten some big clubs. We lost to Chelsea, lost to City, drew with Spurs. I mean, we're losing against. How have they drawn with City, right? They've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Chelsea, they've beaten Arsenal, then they're losing 1-0 to Fulham, 3-0 to Bournemouth, 1-0 Forest, 4-1 Brentford is mental to me. I mean, yeah. Nanto, though. There's a lot of Nantos here. Big fan of that. Goals this season, obviously, Mohamed Salah. Erling Haaland wins this. Nanto in 7th with 19, and Rodrigo in 8th with 18. They must be out front too, because there's no sign of Patrick Bamford again, which makes me think he's been killed in this update, which, to be fair, hasn't really played for 2 seasons, has he? He will get a downgrade. 5th place, Nanto is 7.32. Rodrigo 12th, 7.15. We must be in the assists. There's a lot of goals there. Nanto's in the assists as well with 11. He's 6th. And that is it, which is weird. I thought there'd be a lot more than that, which is odd, but, you know, kind of expected, I imagine. If I go to the squad, we will look at general info, sorry, selection info. Built not a club, and here is what we are dealing with. Top goal scorer 21 Nanto, 18 Rodrigo, 7 for Adams and 5 for Aronson. Rutter getting 4. You know, he made me let up here, has he? 9 starts, 11 off the bench. Where is Bamford? Bamford's 4 off the bench, played 1. He wants to leave. He's kicking off. It's a weird thing to kick off about that, my friend. Assist though, Nanto top of that. Nanto, by the way, it's just they've made him as good as this in real life. He's an absolute joke. I remember before this, you had to loan him out because he wasn't worthwhile. But honestly, he is disgusting. He is absolutely disgusting. But we finish in 8th. We have 57 points. We put that in the kitty and we head over to Hull and see how they got on. Here we are with Hull, 13th place, 59 points. Oscar Estupinian Gets 20 goals. Not the 40 we're accustomed to seeing, but 20 goals is still incredibly good. If we look at the competitions, 3rd round of the FA Cup and 1st round of the... This is not a formation for the Cups, is it? It's just not. The Cups aren't going well. Carabao. It was a penalty loss. It finished 1-1. Matthew Pennington, by the way, 28-year-old. How is this man at Shrewsbury? He might be unreal. He wasn't at Leeds either. But here we go. Shrewsbury 1-1 penalty loss. And let's go at the FA Cup. We had a little bit more success. We got a draw at home to Spurs before crashing out 2-1. Alfie Jones getting a consolation at the dead of that game there. I mean, before we go any further, right, I want to see the league so we know what happened. Obviously, West Brom went up there, Norwich won, Blackburn got promoted as well. So we know who we're looking for. Let's see what we got on. We drew against Norwich, lost to West Brom. We need a big win. We beat Blackburn. I mean, it wasn't a big win, but it counts. Lost to Borough. Beat Blackburn, lost to Borough. I mean, we haven't done well against the big clubs, have we? We drew against Norwich. A little bit of a stinker. Let's go to the league though and see if we're on any of these charts. Estupiñán joint 8th with 18. We have Sabda with 15. He's down there in 15th. That's fitting, isn't it? Then we got the average rating. We're not on the average ratings. Are we on the assists? I assume we will be. Estupiñán 5th with 11. Sabda with 9 and 12th. It looks like just the strikers make these things, which is fine, but I don't know. I just expected something a little bit more special. 20 goals Estupiñán. We'll get rid of the lot of clubs. We have 15 for Sabda, 10 for Seri, and 8 for Tufan. Assists 11 for Estupiñán, 9 for Sabda, 8 for Seri, and 7 for Tufan. You mean Seri usually gets double figures assists, so I mean I assume he was playing defensive mid, which is a bit of a bummer for him really, because he just really can make and create chances like they're going out of fashion, especially at this level. I'm just not convinced. We have 59 points. We take that over to Bromley. See how we end up. But genuinely, this is starting to make me question the width of the midfield, especially when we're playing wide. It seems weird, but we'll have a look. Let's jump into Bromley. We've been sacked again. It never goes well in Bromley, does it? It never goes well for Bromley. Don't know why. Just something about them, I guess. But Bromley, we will search for Bromley. Go to Bromley, the 9th in the Vanarama National. When did we get sacked? We lasted until 19th of November we got sacked. So, schedule, 19th of November is just after the Dorking game, and genuinely, we've had a shocker, haven't we, really? We've had a shocker. Dorking game is there. What have we done in that time? I mean, we beat Maidstone 5-2. We beat Oldham 2-1. We beat Gateshead, Solihull. But, you know, knocked out the FA Cup to Bradford Park Avenue, which is a terrible result. Losing to Barnet. Then a 3-game loss. We drew to Wrexham after we got sacked as well. We get sacked in the draw to Wrexham. But losing 3-0 to Dorking. I mean, look at this game here. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, all losses. Never in the game. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? What is going wrong? 4-1 loss to County. I mean, this is bad. This is bad, but it's not terrible, is it? The cup game probably throws you. Yeah, the month doesn't help afterwards, does it? So, yeah. Not a lot to talk about on this one. We got sacked. We didn't do well at all. We'll take the full point, 64. That gives us a total of 60 points, which puts us nowhere near the top level. But a bit depressing, isn't it, really? That was terrible. That was terrible. But we go again. I will find another tactic for you to try. Another tactic to put to the test. I will see you on Wednesday.